What exactly is a hidden gem? Is it some mythical, undiscovered restaurant? A secret bar behind a telephone booth? I used to think so. But today, I realized a true hidden gem isn't about what's hidden from the world, but what's been waiting patiently for you to discover it. It's that thrill of finding something amazing with your own eyes, on your own terms. Today, my hidden gem has a name, Senzokuike. My journey started with a simple goal: escape the glorious, predictable chaos of central Tokyo. I found myself near Haneda Airport with time to kill, and quick map search revealed a splash of blue, just a short bus and train right away. The bus dropped me at Kamata station, where I boarded my chariot the Tokyu Ikegami line. Forget the packed like sardines Yamanori line. This was a tiny three-carriage train, a charming little caterpillar weaving through quiet neighborhoods. It felt less like public transport and more like a personal tram, driven by your friendly neighborhood grandpa. A few stops later, I stepped off at Senzokuike station, took about 30 steps, and walked straight into a different world. First glance. Wait, this is still Tokyo. Before me lay a sprawling pond, the kind you see in postcards from the countryside. At 40,000 square meters, it was vast, with the city's hum melting into the sound of rustling leaves and quacking ducks. Swan-shaped pedal boats drifted lazily across the water. My brain short-circuited for a second. Was this really Oda Ward? A stone's throw from one of the world's busiest airports? It felt more like a secret oasis someone forgot to tell the tourists about. As I started my walk around the 1-kilometer promenade, I realized this wasn't just a pretty park. This place had a past. A deep, slightly quirky, and utterly fascinating past. A pond with a pedigree and surprisingly clean feet. The name itself is the first clue. Senzokuike. Shizuchi literally means feet-washing pond. I'm not kidding. Legend has it that the famous Buddhist priest Nichiren, on his way to a nearby temple, stopped right here to wash his feet. Imagine being so legendary that a major Tokyo landmark gets named after your personal hygiene routine. Goals. But the historical celebrity sightings don't stop there. This park is like a retirement home for Meiji-era superstars. You've got the grave of Katsu Kaishu, a brilliant naval engineer and diplomat who helped navigate Japan into the modern era. Not far off, there's a memorial poem for his on-again, off-again rival, Saigo Takamori. It's the historical equivalent of finding out that Steve Jobs and Bill Gates decided to be buried in the same quiet neighborhood. This pond was clearly the place to be for contemplative 19th century samurai. It was even featured in woodblock prints by the great Utagawa Hiroshige, making it officially Instagrammable long before Instagram existed. Beyond the pond. A spy's report on the neighborhood. After a lap around the water and a moment of quiet reflection on the charming Ikegami Bridge, my curiosity pulled me beyond the park. What's it like to actually live here? I crossed the train tracks into the residential area south of the station to investigate. The vibe shifted instantly. The air got quieter, slower. The loudest sounds were a distant bicycle bell and someone shaking out a futon. This was where people's daily lives were rooted. As I wandered through the mix of old houses and new apartments, I stumbled upon the true heart of the neighborhood, the Senzokuike Shotengai, a small but lively shopping street. And there, I saw it. A sight so shocking it stopped me in my tracks. A little greengrocer had mountains of vegetables piled up outside, with prices that had to be a typo. Carrots and cabbages for under 100 yen. A massive daikon radish that would cost a fortune. In a central Tokyo supermarket, I had to physically restrain myself from buying a week's worth of produce out of sheer principle. This wasn't just a place to live, it was a place where you could live well, supported by local shops that felt like a throwback to a simpler time. The restaurants echoed this feeling: cozy, independent ramen shops, Italian cafes, and set meal diners. This isn't a late-night party town. It's a let's have a delicious, quiet meal at a place run by someone who actually loves food kind of town. The verdict: my new favorite secret. Senzokuike is the perfect blend of everything I love. It's a deep breath in a city that often forgets to exhale. It's got nature that's shamelessly beautiful in every season, from 250 cherry trees in the spring to fiery autumn leaves. It's steeped in a history that feels both epic and wonderfully human. Because who can't relate to wanting to wash their tired feet? And best of all, it's not screaming for your attention. There are no overwhelming crowds, no tourist traps, no pressure. It's just there, waiting for you to find it. So go, hop on that little 3-car train, rent a swan boat, marvel at the absurdly cheap vegetables, discover the spot where legends once cleaned their toes. Find your own little piece of peace in the city. Just, let's keep it our little secret.